Hi lovelies, and welcome in my garden. It is undeniable now that the smell of autumn is in the air. And whilst the sun is still doing her best to bathe the late summer flowers in her warm golden light, the slightly colored leaves and heavy grey clouds on the horizon tell a different story. A story of muddy paths, wet socks, falling leaves, brightly colored pumpkins and a cozy smell of freshly baked apple and walnut pie. The turning of the wheel is once again at a transition point. And it is now time to preserve what summer has offered us to help us through the colder period. For me personally, the turn of seasons is one of the most magical times. We are neither quite here anymore, not quite there yet. We are in a strange in-between where we can sense blessings of both seasons, and the air is filled with a sense of opportunity, change and excitement for things to come. So today, I'm going to take you along, showing you how I preserve some of the joys of summer for the colder days to come, prepare for fall and work my kitchen and cottage witch magic. These in-between days are usually marked by a mix in weather. Sun rays and rain clouds will move in a dance-like choreography across the sky, creating this very special golden light, and if you're lucky, the occasional rainbow. So while it is dry, let's harvest the sweet treats that Mother Nature is offering us in the late days of summer. Now the bramble bushes hang full with ripe blackberries, a fantastic ingredient for cakes, crumbles and desserts, but it also adds a beautiful flavor to jams, liqueurs and berry wine to be savored throughout autumn and winter. This year the fruit harvest here is especially rich, and the plum tree in my garden is filled with these juicy delights. I still recall climbing on this exact ladder that my grandpa was holding for me more than 20 years ago, in the very same tree, harvesting plums to bring to Oma to bake her famous buttery plum crumble, a recipe that I'll be sharing with you later today. I like to pick some of the cheerful flowers and heat-loving herbs that won't survive the colder nights that are approaching very fast, to turn them into teas or smoke cleansing sticks, preserving and saving their happy energies for times when I need them the most. The spirits of light-hearted summer vibes stay within the plant that represents them and can be preserved by drying them for dry bouquets, made into herbal teas or a burning mood booster for your home. And as bright and light as the sun has shone, as quickly the rain clouds are back, cooling the air and filling it with the earthy scent of wet grass and wild mushrooms. As a true cottage or hearth witch, I love to make my house comfy and cozy, a shelter, retreat, place to recharge and rest, a proper home. Incorporating my magic into little charms and acts to go in tune with the seasons. And for me, there is nothing more calming, relaxing and cozy than the smell of delicious baked goods and warm light from my oven illuminating the kitchen, while the rain is gently tapping against the windows. So let's do some baking, shall we? For my Oma's plum crumble, we need some plums, and you can take whatever variety, but originally it is made with damsons, as they have more of an acidic sweet taste to them. The rest of the ingredients and measurements is listed in the description box down below. This cake consists of 3 parts, but don't worry, it is quite easy to make. First, we start with a base dough, mixing warm milk, sugar and dry active yeast and letting it sit for about 5 minutes, or until it has developed a fine layer of foam, which lets us know that the yeast is doing what she should be doing. Now we add in flour, some lemon zest, or if you don't have any at home, just use some artificial flavoring. Furthermore, we add in salt and the egg. This will now all be mixed together with either a KitchenAid and some dough hooks, or if you, like me, prefer to work a bit old school, with a fork and then knead it with your hands. We want to cover this up so it doesn't dry out or catches a draft, because, as we know, yeast is one sensitive lady. We place it in a warm spot to catch the last summer sun rays and let it double in size for about an hour or so. In the meantime, we can wash and pit the plums, then cut them in halves. Plums in magic are said to have correspondence to relaxation, love and spirituality. All in all, a perfect mixture for a day inside with your loved ones, if you want to wind down, practice your craft and be in harmony with yourself and with the people around you. And now we make my favorite part of the entire cake, the buttery crumbles. For that we mix all dry ingredients, like the flour, sugar and vanilla sugar or extract, and a generous amount of cinnamon in a bowl. Combine it all to a magical dusty mixture, and then we add in a ridiculous amount of butter, because butter makes everything taste like heaven. You want to do this with your hands, slowly working it in to create soft and rich crumbles. As always, you can work a little bit of magic here, filling it with intent. Once you see it all binding well and feel the soft crumbles between your fingers, you can stop and set it aside. By now, the dough should have risen enough and can be worked further. In order to do so, we want to flour dust a baking sheet. And if you still use regular baking sheets, I highly recommend you go and check out those reusable ones that I have linked you down below, as they are zero-based, environmentally friendly and incredibly versatile. We can roll out the dough until it covers the entire sheet, then put it on a baking tray. And now we want to dress it. You just layer the plums in a way you find pleasing to your eye. And if you're a cinnamon junkie like me, just dust them one more time with an additional layer of cinnamon. And once the dough is all covered with fruit, and here you could also use different fruits like peaches, apples, berries or whatever else floats your culinary boat, you want to sprinkle the real magic onto it, the soft butter crumbles. Don't be shy, coat all those juicy plums with the good stuff. Now we only pop it into the oven at around 180 degrees Celsius for about half an hour, and we will be rewarded with a flavor explosion. The tartness of the damsons combined with the cinnamon and sugary taste of the crumble is just divine, while the bottom of the cake has been soaking up all the delicious plum juice. For me, it is a tradition to bake this every year on the day I feel the turn of the seasons from summer to fall the strongest. I love to eat it with a generous dollop of whipped cream, even though vanilla ice cream would also go perfect with it. My berry bounty from this morning is just the perfect little side project to be simmering away on the stove while we enjoy a hot cup of sunflower tea and a good book. Blackberries are not only delicious but also incredibly healthy. Rich in antioxidants, they are also a great remedy for colds. As the last berries of the season, they are always the ones that I enjoy to make into a little something that will remind me of sunnier days, when the greys of November and February are weighing me down. As a fruit that the magic is traditionally also used for love and marriage bliss, they are a lovely little ingredient for a cheeky drink to enjoy with my partner on cozy evenings on the couch. So today I will be making them into a sweet blackberry liqueur on the basis of a rich red wine, brown rum and candy sugar. I also like to call it my love potion. Please check the description box if you like to know the exact measurements. Now, in 2 weeks, when this liqueur is ready to drink, there will no longer be berries on the bramble bushes behind the house, but I will still be able to benefit from all the goodness they have to offer. As a green witch, wasting nature's bounty is definitely not something I want to do. So we'll just transform those berries into a slightly boozy jam, cooking them with some more sugar and cinnamon until they fall apart. Because who doesn't like the taste of wild days in a forest on their morning roll? The rest of the day I'll be spending inside, making use of the creative energies this in-between days has brought and looking forward to greet fall tomorrow morning in my knitted jumper. Please let me know how you start the new season and what you love most about it. I wish you a magical autumn. See you soon.